All right, boys, we back. Quick video. I got to put my kids to bed here, but I wanted to do this before I did that. Wave trend cipher. There's your lower oscillator for the cipher, market cipher system. It's already built in, so you can just go in and add it, modify it. I did some changes to it, made it a little less cluttered. While I'm testing it out here, I'm kind of just back testing it here as well, but yeah, just kind of looking in at it and seeing if it's solid, seeing the buy signals and seeing how they work. Now I'm trying to get, there's another thing with market cipher. I'm trying to get this added in there as well. This not CA by Japanese Walnut. I messaged them to see if he'd give me access to this, or if I need to pay him a couple bucks here. That would be nice, just to get the other indicator part of market cipher, where you're getting the signals on top of the candles. Like here's a trend change, here's a dump is imminent. Then you got trend change, buy signals, close out. You got to learn what each one means. And I'm not an expert at them. This is just a little I know about them. But I want to add those in there as well to kind of go along with, and I might just use these bands because this is more like the market cipher bands. But I would go along with trying to rebuild market cipher exactly how they have it. That way I can go through the tutorials and learn how they trade it, if it works. But if you guys have been following my channel, I'm not a huge fan of the RSIs, the MACDs, wave trends. I mean, I'm not a big fan of all that. It's just kind of confusing. You're looking at this going, what the freak does all this mean? I almost don't even need all these extra lines in here, but I'm going to try it out and test it out. Now, I called this without using the market cipher, not trying to toot my own horn, but using my pivot points and levels and things like that. I called the buy here around this area on Twitter at about, I don't know, like 1 or 2 o'clock or something like that today. I said you need to be looking to buy in this area. And that was just simply because it was coming down to this support line here. Now, I don't know if this continues higher. It's got a lot of resistances to get through, but I was looking at a low risk entry point right in this zone. It didn't even quite make it all the way down. There was a monthly level there. If we go here and look at the monthly level, it bounced right off this monthly pivot point. And so as it printed this green line, I knew it was probably headed higher, probably headed back to 47.5. It clears 47.5, which might take some time, back to last week's open, and then a massive weekly pivot point right here, where it'll be, I need to change this to daily, by the way, because that weekly's already there. So you got a weekly pivot point here, and last week's, the previous week's close, previous to this last week. So those will get reprinted here soon, those new previous weeks and monthlies, but still a level. And so we need to see this one get taken out here, 50,600 on Bitcoin. But anyways, that's how you guys add that on there. Just a quick video and an update. I'm trying to get this indicator right here is going to be the next part of market cipher. If I can, this guy created one, but he's not. It's a invite only script, so I'm thinking he's going to charge money for it, or he just doesn't really want to just distribute it for free for everybody. But he created a version of it, so I'm going to try and see if I can get this a message Japanese and set up, put him on my YouTube channel. Hopefully that incentivizes him a little bit if he is charging for it. Willing to put out a little bit of money for that. But that would be nice, because that's going to give you the indicators on the top there. Kind of like markets. If you guys know anything about market cipher, I imagine if you're watching this video, you do. You know that these are pretty important indicators for it, as far as they're built specifically for Bitcoin, and they're going to give you information on when whales are dumping, and when there's a trend change, when's a good buy, when there's a big dump coming. It's very interesting. So I'm looking to get involved with trying to add that on there too, and then I'd pretty much have the full system. Right now, this is like Market Cipher Lite, the discounted version, discounted free, but at least it's usable. But I don't really know how to use this down here yet. I'm just looking at it like an oscillator, kind of like you would an RSI or stochastic, which it includes all of them, wave trend, money flow index, stochastics, and RSI are all kind of built into this one indicator. But I'm still trying to figure out how to, the best way to use it. My guess is probably take out all the garbage like the RSI and stochastic and leave the money flow index and the wave trend. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So similar to like this, I would take out the KD because I don't need the stochastic. The money flow bars is fine. That's this little lower bar. That's good. The buy and sell for the wave trend. Overbots are fine. I take out the RSI. And it'd probably be okay there. Take out the VWAP. I don't care about the modified VWAP. And this is right here. This is like a, if you guys know, I think like a Z-score. If you guys know what a Z-score is, it's measuring the distance between price and VWAP. And you can use that as an oscillator as well because price never really goes, that many standard deviations away from VWAP. So you can kind of see in here, this is going to be the distance between VWAP. It's going to give you the little yellow fill here, kind of telling you this is like an oversold here. You can see you could have bought the dip on this one, but I'm not going to really, again, muddy the water there, so I'm just going to take that off of there. This is kind of what I would be looking at as what I would use, just to make it a little clearer, because my main source of trading is going to be around utilizing the Helkin-Ashby patterns first and foremost, and my pivot levels in previous opens, closes, highs, and lows, and there's just a confluence of levels. So I'm looking more like that. I'm going to try and use this maybe as just additional confirmation, because you had a sell here. You had a sell here, but you would have missed out. I mean, you had a good sell point there, but you missed out on an additional, which is okay. I guess it's still fine. You had a buy here, which was good. You had a sell there. You buy again there. And then this said to buy, and you got wiped out. Now you wouldn't necessarily buy here because you're negative, so you're not really looking for buys under here. Same thing here. This is showing a buy signal here with this green dot, but you got a red money flow index, and you're underneath the 50. So this is good enough. I mean, you don't really need to be buying here if you're not going to just take a scalp. I said buy around 40. I said buy at 42 on Twitter earlier, but it's still, you only made 4,000. You only made 10%, which is okay. But are you going to really catch a trend like this? While this is negative, I don't know. We'll see. Would like to see the wave trend get positive, and then give me a buy, which will probably happen over this line I drew earlier. Just given that is previous resistance, and that's where it breaks out of this ribbon, is right there. So you kind of see like a confluence here. Like this is the breakout zone that everybody's looking at. It's the R1. You got some other levels that are coming into play here. So just a little bit of a quick video just to kind of show you. Hopefully this helps you. Definitely you can just go get that one for it's called wavetrendcipher. So just add it in there, start testing it, see if you guys come up with anything. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions.